Hey everybody, it's Marianne with Fat Dog Soap Works. I thought I'd bring you in today and show you how I make my happy soap. I do cook it. It's a hot process soap, so I use a crock pot. I think it's crazy that you can use a crock pot to make soap, but there you go, you can. So right now I've got my oils here in the crock pot. I've already melted my, let's see, what do I have in this recipe? Coconut oil and mango butter. I melted those, put those in here, and I also have olive oil, castor oil, and avocado oil. Now this soap is mainly an olive oil soap, so after it cures, it's going to be an awesome soap. To this whole amount, I am going to add some kaolin clay. I got it in, I reuse container, so excuse the container. I've got some kaolin clay that I'm going to put in here, and I'm also going to put some white satin as a base. And I get my white satin from Micah's and More. I love it. It works very well in just about anything I use it. It's just a good mica to work with. So anyway, let's get going to that. So for the base, I'm going to add 3 teaspoons roughly of the white satin, and now after that cooks, I'm going to divvy it out a little bit and make some more colors, because Happy is a happy soap and it has a lot of colors in it. So there we go. There's my white mica, and let me do my kaolin clay. And kaolin clay is good to add slip to your soap, and this white will help lighten it up also just a little bit. So there's that. So I'm going to mix that up first real good before I add my lye. So excuse the noise. We're just going to get this going here. Isn't that pretty? Looks like pearls. You do want to mix this up really well so you don't have any clumps of kaolin clay. Alrighty, so I'm going to unhook this so it doesn't fall over when I add my lye water. Now my lye water is already dissolved, and as I've said before, you add your lye to your water, not the other way around, because it will sort of volcano on you. I do filter my lye water just in case there's little chunks of lye left in it. So here we go. Now with hot process, you don't have to worry about air bubbles as much as you do with cold process, because it's going to get cooked away. Alrighty, I got a little bucket over here. I put all my stuff in to get it out of my way. So here we go. We're going to mix this up, and you get to see it thicken up a little bit. You see the lye starting to work. Just want to mix it up real good. I like doing hot process. You can use the soaps a little bit sooner than cold process, but you still got to give it time to do its thing. I always wait at least 2 weeks before I use it. I think this is a pretty soap just like it is. Give it a little bit more here. Alright, so we'll unhook it. Get the goods off my mixer. Look how it's thickened up already. Now I do cook my soap on high. It goes a little faster. Now if you're just starting off, I would go on the low setting Give yourself plenty of time to work with your batter, just so you could get a feel on how your recipe is doing. I've done this for a few years now, so I'm pretty confident in using the higher setting on my crock pot. Alrighty, trying to get all the good out of here. Now to give it a good stir to get in the corners. It still takes a little bit of time to cook it. I start off at 8-minute intervals, and then I get shorter as it gets hotter. Like I said, you know, you get used to your recipe, and you might cook yours a little longer or a little shorter. It just really depends on your recipe and your crock pot. Different crock pots heat up differently. So here we go. We got it all mixed up. I'm going to put my top on, and I'm going to tell Alexa to set a timer for 8 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes. I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm back. It's been 8 minutes, actually maybe 9 minutes. I had to get my camera fixed up there. So here we go. Look how solid this has gotten just from the heat. Starting to bubble up along the edges here a little bit. This is all normal. Also depends on your recipe. Some recipes might not thicken up quite so fast. So I'm just going to mush it up. Now, you've got people out there who will say, don't touch it. Let it cook until it's completely done. Let it do its thing. There's others like me who like to stir. I think I'm a bit of a control freak. So here I am stirring. I also feel like there's no issues with anything not being cooked, or some things maybe get a little bit burned, because that can happen. You get a wonky smell with your soup. We don't like that. So I'm just sort of mixing this up. I know it looks like a hot mess now, but trust me, it will get better, and it will loosen up, and it will be much more pliable. So I guess I'm just sort of mushing it up a little bit. Not anything major, just moving things along. As you can see, I'm wearing gloves. This is still pretty caustic. The lye in it is not cooked out yet. So if you get this on you, in a few minutes you will feel a tingling sensation because that lye is burning you. So do wear gloves, wear protection. I am wearing long sleeves, but I have a nasty habit of always scooting them up because I get hot. So don't be like me, wear your long sleeves. So I'm just smoothing this out a little bit, and then we'll put this back on for another 8 minutes. And then I'll bring you back then. See you in a few. Hi guys, we're back. It's been 8 minutes. You can tell it's been cooking pretty good. We got some condensation. We like that. We're actually going to keep that to keep this a little bit more fluid. You see how it's gotten nice and bubbly along the edges, and it's starting to loosen up a little bit. So we'll just mix it up again. Get my pot holder here so I can hold this crock pot. Feel like a mad scientist. All right. Still sort of thick, but it will get there. Like I said, some recipes are not this thick. I think the mango butter in this makes it do this. Mango is a hard oil. Makes your bars nice and hard too. Okay, I'm gonna scrape around the edges. If you let those soak bits along the edges, if you didn't scrape and then you come back in after another 8 minutes and you try to mix that in, you're going to get little dry bits of soap in your soap bars, and it won't look as pretty. So there we go. Since this is heating up, I'm not going to go 8 minutes actually. This next time I'm going to go 5. So I'll bring you back in 5 minutes. See you in a bit. Hi guys, we're back. So as you can tell, we are really heating up some more. I'm probably gonna, this time around, take the crock pot out of the heating element because it will keep on cooking and doing its thing. So we don't really need it. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm gonna turn this off. Move this back here. Sorry if you get bounced. Here we go. Let's see, there you go. So here we go. See, look how much looser that is. Told you it would happen. Just got to give it time. And we'll mix it up real good. Now, crazy as it sounds, stirring this will actually heat it up even more. So we're going to stir it up a little bit and see how it does. You can see the steam coming up. If I keep stirring, I might go ahead and get to the point that I need to be at. We're just about there, guys. Doesn't this look beautiful? I love it. And what you're looking for is this nice, thick, I don't even know how to describe it. You see how it's got that nice sheen to it? That's what we're looking for. So pretty much we got soap here. I just want to make sure all the cooking's done. See how much more steam we got? And with your own soap and your own recipe, times can vary. Your feel of the soap will vary. You just sort of have to do it and get used to it to know when your soap is ready. So my soap is ready. That is soap, guys, straight up. So what I'm going to do to this, I'm going to add some sodium lactate. It does two things. The main thing is it's going to harden up my soap when it's totally done. So the bar is not too soft. It'll last longer in the shower. So I got some sodium lactate, and all sodium lactate is a salt. So I'm just going to pour some in here. It's usually about a teaspoon per pound. I eyeball it. And you mix it in there real good. It's still going to heat some. And I also add a little bit of sugar water, but I'm going to do that the next time around. Sugar water actually improves bubbles in your soap. Who knew? It does help though. All right, so we got that in there. We're going to put the top back on this and we're going to let it rest for 5 minutes so that sodium lactate can sort of do its thing. Let me put the top on, and I am going to cover it because I can't seal it since it's not in the machine itself. Excuse my old towel. I reuse things. There we go. So I'll bring you back in a few. Hey everybody, it's been 5 minutes. So let's get to work here and start adding some color. Get the right in here. Like I said, we want to keep this nice liquid here from the cap. Put it over here. Look how nice that is. I am going to add a few tablespoons of sugar water. Just some sugar and water. Just dissolved it. It's not quite a 1-to-1 ratio, but just about. There we go. Mix that in. Now the sugar is going to get hot. You can see it's steaming. I'll mix that in real good. Now here, I'm going to add my fragrance oil. For this particular soap, I use citrus agave, I guess is how you say it, from Candle Science. It's great. It's a nice, clean, citrusy scent, but not overbearing. So I have enough here for this batch. Get the good out of this cup. And just slowly stir this in. Get it mixed up. Get down in the corners. You want to get it good and mixed because you don't want any fragrance pockets. Because I don't say how we're going to have any though, because we mix and mix and mix, and then we mix in the colors. Get your workout with this. Alrighty. So, now, I'm going to go ahead and divide up my colors. I'm going to keep it a lot of the base color, and then I have orange. This is, I can't remember which orange this is. Clementine orange from Micah's and More. This is peacock blue from Micah's and More. I love that color. And then a apple green. Felt like these were happy colors, sort of fits the soap. So I'm going to put some soap in each one, and then we'll mix them up, and we'll put them back into the pot and do a little in the pot swirl, and then pour it into our molds. So there we go. So now I am going to cover the top of this a little bit to keep the heat in. All right, here we go. Might do a little bit more of that blue. I like it. And yeah, this is not precise. I eyeball it. I get fairly close. These little measuring cups do have little things you can go by, but I'm not exactly precise. You know, it can vary a little bit. That's sort of what's nice about handmade. Everything's a little different. Everybody's not getting the exact same thing. Makes it more interesting. All right, so let me put the top back onto the main thing and cover it up to keep the steam in. Keep it as pliable as possible. So now we'll mix the orange up. And I mixed my colors with rice bran oil. That just is a nice benign oil, I guess. It's light. And what it does for the soap, it doesn't get changed because the lye's already cooked out here. It just adds a little more moisturizing benefits to your soap. So it makes it even nicer. So just mix this up good. Like I said, you get your workout. All right, so we got that. We're going to cover that one. Now we bring in the blue. Is this blue not gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I love it. So, so pretty. All right. You know what I feel like? Have you guys ever watched that movie, Lady in the Water? It's been out for quite a few years. Sort of, you have to see it to know what I'm talking about. But I feel like the guy in that movie who lifts weights with just one arm. So his one arm is super big. So I feel like of course my arm's not that big, I'm skinny. But I feel like him. All right, get the mixing in. All right, look at that pretty color. Nice, nice, nice. So now we'll do the apple green. This is a nice springy color. All right. Scoop it up, you know, like you mix anything. You can always look around the edges of your container. Okay, when you get it mixed really well, then what you're going to do is pour it in to your big container. So, let me scraping this down because I don't want anything to get too dry, if we can help it. And we're just going to put it in different places. Alrighty. Mix this a little bit, give it a stir. And we'll put in the green. Get all kinds of colors. Now, let's do this pretty blue. I love this blue. Have I said that? I don't think I have. Not enough. All right. Mix it up. All right, so once you got that, and you can mix it up as much as you want or as little. Totally up to you. Doesn't matter. Okay, now we're going to pour it into our containers. What did I do with my pot holders? Here's one. Here we go. And we're just going to pour in. Hope you can see. I'm sort of new with this video taking. There we go. Let's bring this one in so you can maybe see that one. Alright, with all that mixing, I still have some that doesn't have color in it, but that's okay. Here we go, mixing around. Got to beat this down. The hot process, buddy, it's thick. You got to beat your molds to get the soap in there. Oh, then it gets so thick you just might as well just scoop it. And that's what we're going to do. Let's see here. All righty. And don't worry about the mess. You can clean it up. Okay, I'm going to move this off to the side for a second to beat this in a little bit better on the corner of the table. I've got a little bit more support over there. So let me do that. Alrighty, let's do this one. Alright, so now we're going to get the tops ready. Aren't these colors fun? Alright, I just used a little bamboo skewer. This is like what you get in the cooking section, the grocery store. Just use these. So I just sort of swirl at the top, pull in the edges. Make it look fun. We clean it up a little. Alrighty. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so clean and fresh. It smells like springtime. Really do love it. So there's that one. So let me clean up this one. Alrighty. Sort of pull it around. Try to blend some of the blue up in there too. Do the other side. We're about done. And then I will let these sit in the mold for about 2 days before I take them out. Make sure they come out nice without any dents. So there you go. A batch of happy. Thanks for being here. Bye.